Hello, welcome back to Earth Rose Tarot. How are you doing, my lovely Capricorns? Thank you so much for being here. Today is going to be a general reading for my wonderful Capricorns in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. This is a timeless reading, it's for whenever you come across it, and as it is a general reading, it's not a personal or private one. Please do take what does resonate and leave what doesn't for somebody else. Whenever I'm saying this reading, this is how you feel, this is how someone else feels, or anything I'm describing, it might be that it resonates for you with the roles reversed, and that's absolutely fine. If that's the case, just go ahead and reverse them. Cross-watchers, you're very welcome. Bearing in mind you might resonate with the Capricorn in the reading, and vice versa for my Cappies. So, messages for Capricorn, please. I just saw the Six of Wands flip. It didn't quite come out. So that could be something to do with recognition, success, an award of some sort, or being recognised in your field, or being applauded for something. Let's get some more. Okay. I say that, and the first card that comes out is the Four of Cups. All right, let's get some more for Capricorn, please. Knight of Swords in reverse. Oh, I'm getting, Cappy, that someone was distracted. There was a moment where they should have spoken their truth. They should have been upfront about something, or there was something that maybe they wanted to say to you, for example. It would have taken some courage and to be straightforward, and instead someone kind of distracted themselves with other things, or they took their eye off the ball and they didn't speak up when they needed to speak up, is kind of what I'm getting as well. Someone dilly-dally. They were in two minds about whether to send a message or to continue withholding communication. They kind of might have tried to avoid dealing with something intentionally, or, you know, it was an unconscious thing of, oh, you know, I'll get round to talking to Capricorn, but I'm just really busy with other stuff. But it was just kind of like to put it off. We've got the King of Swords and the Devil that came out together. That is your major arcana, Capricorn, the Devil. King of Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But that King of Swords is withholding a truth as well, because you see how the sword is pointing down, and the Griffin who's shown here is like grasping that sword of truth. It's similar to the fact that there was something. Now, whether there was something like someone's bad habit, or some element of themselves that they weren't very proud of, or something, you know, which was a bit of a vice that they had going on that they didn't want to admit to. The other thing I'm getting is that someone could now be potentially like obsessively thinking about you, Capricorn, or watching you, but still withholding, because maybe they feel like they missed the moment when they should have said something. Tell me more, please. The Page of Wands literally came out sideways with the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and the Seven of Cups underneath that. This talk about someone who didn't know if this was something that they wanted, maybe, or if this was something worthwhile, or if they should give their attention to their other options. Oh my gosh. Why the Four of Cups? Tell me about that for Capricorn, please. Someone's in a rush now. We've got the Chariot that came out, and the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Someone is in a rush and they're a bit irritated, or they might feel a little bit possessive over you, Capricorn. Tell me more. Why the Knight of Swords in reverse? What was it that they were thinking of saying, or should have needed to say? Yeah, the Fool in reverse. Well, it's not telling me what it was, but basically it would have involved taking a risk, being a little bit brave. Yeah, this is like taking a chance, rather than being too hesitant or too like procrastinating or going back to the drawing board about whether they should say something or not. There was like a moment here where it was like, just say it, just try, you know. This would be like someone who wanted to tell you they were interested in you, and then there was a moment where it was right there in front of them. That was their moment, and instead they missed the moment. They also kind of just like maybe even detached or withdrew from you with the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. it was like leap now, and they not only didn't leap, but they backed away even further from you. What's this King of Swords about, please? Oh, so the Ten of Pentacles came out and landed on top of the Chariot, but at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. Tell me more. The King and Queen of Swords, they are divine counterparts, I'm just thinking, because they can also be that there's friction now between the two of you, there's tension between the two of you, there's potentially resentment, anger that's built up. Wow, the Justice card just came out, which is Libra's Major Arcana, and when it did, the deck split to show the Queen of Swords, but she was there, so she wasn't at the bottom anymore, but wanted to show me again. The Queen of Swords with the Eight of Wands. This feels like almost like a stalemate as well between the two of you about who's going to actually speak up and try and make this right. Eight of Wands talking again about communication. This is this feels like the tables have turned a little bit, Capricorn. This is about someone who chose to not say something to you, or to not acknowledge you, or to not give you attention when maybe the offer was there. And now that you're kind of, maybe you have a boundary, you've lost your patience with them, and with the Justice card as well, it's also talking about an equal result for the action that was taken or not taken in the first place. What is happening here now of your reaction to them is fair because of how they behave towards you. So it's like they're reaping what they sowed here, this person, with you now being annoyed with them or not having the time of day for them. Anything else from this deck? We've got the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like this is you, Capricorn, kind of independent, single, and abundant with that. May have been some struggles to get there, to get to that stage of independence, and, you know, whatever you have here, you've worked very hard to achieve. It hasn't been easy. Especially if this was following some sort of serious heartbreak, you've had to like piece yourself back together. The strong Scorpio energy as well here. All right, let's get some oracles for you. So, thank you. We've got emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, affected, and at the end, at the bottom of the deck is exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. But yeah, I feel this is just what I was talking about in terms of having to pick yourself up and put yourself back together after you have been completely drained by this experience with this person and exhausted by it, emotionally exhausted, like wrung out. Yep, sorrow, loss, grief, depression. Tell me about the person here, the King of Swords. Thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. Yep, they're thinking about you strongly. But why did they not take the chance and say what they, you know, in that moment? Why did they not take the chance? Wow. Okay, well, we have apology and rejection just came out together. So why did they... They could have also spoke or acted very impulsively and very brutally or coldly towards you, Capricorn, with that Knight of Swords in reverse. Maybe they felt with the Fool in reverse that they were being forced into a moment of like, it's now or never, and they reacted badly to that. Well, why did they... why were they in this rejection? Why did they abandon Capricorn? What was the reason? Yeah, escaping. Avoiding, blocking, pushing away. Bottom of the deck is... Well, it says leave behind. So they pushed you away. Let's see. We have foundation that came out. Established family security. Something to do about this person's family background, like the family, maybe the dynamic that they had when they were growing up. When that came out, the bottom of the deck is past life and broken. Repeated patterns and shattered, destroyed. It feels like this person may have pushed you away because of the idea of building a solid foundation with you. I think it goes beyond kind of commitment phobe here. All right, so let's get a... Give me a spirit animal card for Capricorn, please, and then we'll go into a spread for Capricorn, please. We have Ant Spirit, time to collaborate, and Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And at the bottom of the deck is Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. Well, yeah. So this is... when I think of the wolf spirit, I often think of like lone wolf energy as well, which is ironic because wolves are actually very much pack animals and they need the dynamic of the pack, you know, as part of their life force. But for me, it's kind of like someone who maybe thought they were a bit of a lone wolf, but it's actually, it's bringing your individual wisdom of what you've learned from your experience in life together with this other person, and the two of you, what you can create is it's almost like you're stronger than the sum of your parts here. But it's almost like maybe you're both very independent energies, Capricorn. And the thing is with ants, like one of them can only move so much, but when they all work together, they can kind of move an incredible weight, you know, with their collective, with working together. So, okay. Get into a spread. All right. And please do hit the thumbs up button for me. That'd be amazing. It really helps the video and the channel, and it just means the world to me as well. If you haven't already subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if it resonates for you at all, leave me a comment and let me know. Thank you so much for your support. All right. How you're feeling about this person, Capricorn, we have the Seven of Wands. How they're feeling about you, the Six of Pentacles. How they're viewing you, the Tower. What is their current situation? Seven of Swords. Jeez. What are their intentions towards you? The Knight of Cups. The action they're most likely going to be taking towards you next. The Nine of Cups. And what's going to most likely be happening between the two of you going forward. The High Priestess. Okay. The bottom of this first deck is the Ten of Wands. Feels like this person is almost has a split element to them. What goes on beneath the surface, or kind of like their shadow side or their dark side, that they might carry as like a burden to themselves, but they don't like to let other people know about. Someone is also feeling weighed down by a realization they've had from kind of reviewing maybe what happened, or going back and forth, maybe thinking about the good times versus the bad times, and the conclusion that they've come to now is kind of hanging over them or even pressing down on them. They feel heavy, maybe by what they've realized. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So how you're feeling about them is the Seven of Wands, Capricorn. It tells me that you feel defensive towards this person. It's like you want... I'm getting that you want to keep this person at arm's length. You might feel like you have recovered some sort of stable footing that you now have, and you don't really want to let this person near you, or that's how you're kind of feeling about it. Like... you may also feel like that's how they treated you, like that you couldn't get close to them, that they pushed you away. There's definitely obstacles you're feeling between the two of you. Kind of, there's a lack of softness and vulnerability. It's always a struggle, basically. You might feel like it's always a struggle with this person. Tell me about how Capricorn's feeling about this person, please. Five of Swords. Maybe you feel like they are not completely honest in terms of what they say. That it's always like they've got another card up their sleeve, or, you know, they're omitting certain information because they think they're being clever. They think they have the upper hand. Tell me more, please. It's like you feel like this person starts things with no... they don't see things through to the end. They might start something impulsively, but then they get distracted, or they're very inconsistent. You might feel like they have a lot of bravado, or that they wear like almost a mask of some sort to conceal their true nature. They might tell you what you want to hear, but whatever it is, it's like that they're not letting you get close to them in the way that they're behaving. It's like if they were honest and upfront, then a more meaningful connection could be established. You have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You may feel like there's no potential for growth here, or like if you're being logical and completely taking feelings out, funnily enough, even though I'm asking how you're feeling about them, it's like that you feel like this is a waste of time, or things can't grow if it's always like a fight that you're fighting alone, potentially. Tell me more. You might feel like you've waited so long for this person to actually provide some sort of progression, or actually show that they have interest or intentions to pursue something serious with you. Maybe you feel like they're not a very serious person. Like as I said, they start things or they say things without really any intention to follow through with it. Queen of Swords, heavy energy of boundaries. Oof. You might feel this person has some sort of addiction, or that they have manipulative ways, as in they can... You might feel like you need to keep your distance from them because they have a way of, you know, getting back into your good books by saying just the right thing, but it's always like a bit of a trickster energy. And then it leaves you heartbroken in the long run. You might also feel like you have this tie to this person, like almost potentially a karmic tie, where you feel like you can never actually fully release them, and it stresses you out. So you kind of want to plan a whole new direction, a new chapter away from them. You also fear finding out like some really toxic things about this person. I don't know how to explain that. It's like you feel like it would break your heart to find out that they are actually attached to someone else, or they're hiding something from you. You might feel like they keep you at arm's length because they're also hiding things, or hiding an unhealthy attachment on their side to something else. So you feel like it's just best to stay away from them. How they're feeling about you, Capricorn, is the Six of Pentacles. That would suggest they feel like they want to get on the same page with you. They feel like the two of you want the same thing. The Knight of Pentacles. It's like they feel like they might still feel like they have a long way to go to actually be able to give at the same level that you're able to give to them. Whether that's just, you know, they feel like they don't have the bandwidth or the capacity to be as open as you are, for example. They might feel like they have more maturing to do as a human to be able to meet you where you're at. Ooh, Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands. Feeling the Seven of Wands about each other. There's this strong, as I said at the start, there's a stalemate where both of you are keeping your distance from the other one. It's like a fear of being hurt further or hurting the other person further. It's like I'm getting this wounded energy from both of you about what happened here. Queen of Swords. You're really, I mean, you just came out with the Queen of Swords, so how you're feeling about them. It's like they feel like they potentially have let you down by not putting in as much effort as you did. And they were taking too long, potentially, to embrace change. Five of Cups. They feel like a disappointment. That potentially now you're out of reach for them because they didn't sort themselves out quick enough, or they dragged their feet as well. There was a time where they could have improved upon this maybe, but there's almost like this knowledge or unspoken knowing between the two of you that they feel you getting further and further away from them. Yep. Temperance and Four of Cups came out as I said that. It's like they feel like the longer that they're taking and not working and not doing anything to try and repair the situation, the more you're healing and releasing them, and you're not even going to give them the time of day because of how long they've taken to address something between the two of you. So how they're viewing you, Capricorn, is the Tower. Boy, I mean, that is it's destruction, upheaval. I mean, this seems to be that they're viewing you, that the two of you had a moment where something completely crashed around you, like fell apart, something dramatic, unexpected, and it really threw into question the stability of the connection. It was a big shake-up, very uncomfortable. Tell me about the Tower, how they're viewing. Yeah, Nine of Wands. So this still feels quite raw. With that Nine of Wands, it's almost like they're viewing you as the two of you aren't over the turmoil that happened with that Tower moment. Tell me more, please. Tell me how they're viewing Capricorn. Oh, wow. So we have the Empress and the Lovers with the Five of Swords in between the two. They're still viewing you as their, you know, in some ways the one for them. Like there is, as I said, this tie, this bond between the two of you that they're viewing as something very beautiful. That with the Empress as well, they think that you're quite incredible, but they may feel like they crossed the line. Again, there might have been some sort of conflict. Someone might have given in to some sort of anger or lower frequency kind of energy. You know, it could have been jealousy, it could have been anger, it could have been criticism, or just being very mean, very rude or cruel all of a sudden. With the Tower, it's kind of unexpected and it just comes out of nowhere. So it's almost like they're viewing you as very hurt by what happened there, and as special as you are, and as special as the two of you are together, that you're still wounded by what happened. Anything else you can tell me? Why the Five of Swords? Well, yeah, Five of Wands. Could have been an argument. Ooh, where neither of you won. Six of Wands came out in reverse. No one won from whatever happened there. Anything else you can tell me about that conflict? Nine of Pentacles came out, and then the Queen of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Oof, Queen of Swords, and underneath is the Five of Pentacles. You have picked yourself up, and you're still in that Nine of Pentacles, which is like a pre-Empress energy. You've still got your shit together, and you're looking great, smelling great, and you know, doing your thing very successfully. But whatever happened, you have basically turned it's like an ice queen as far as they're concerned. Like, as I said, they are viewing you as they crossed the line in some sort of ugly behavior. You are hurt, were very hurt by it. Your kindness might have been betrayed with the Empress energy as well. Neither of you won from whatever the conflict was, which really imploded the connection. Good grief. And now they're not viewing you as with someone else or anything like that. They're viewing you as single and independent, and just like they crossed the line and hurt their Empress. Underneath the Queen of Swords and the Five of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. They might want to send a message because they are feeling so much grief and guilt and being kept up at night thinking about what happened between the two of you. But at the same time, I see that there's also hesitance about doing that for sure. So what is their current situation, Capricorn? We have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords talks about deception, dishonesty. It can also be about strategy as well, but it's like keeping things to themselves rather than letting other people know what's going on with them. So let's see. Why is that their situation? Why the Seven of Swords? Eight of Wands in reverse. The Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So they're not speaking their truth. Again, this message keeps coming out. They're not communicating how they really feel. Maybe it could also be with other people as well, around them, not just yourself. We have the Ten of Wands. Heavy pressure that they're feeling. So what's the element of the Seven of Swords in their situation? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. And when that came out, we have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The Five of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and then the Five of Cups. 3 fives again. This feels like their situation... they may also be hiding the fact that they're experiencing some sort of financial loss or like a serious issue with family or their home. They could be arguing with people they live with or family. Or, it's something, or even they could be arguing in the workplace. But they're trying to keep that hidden. They're hiding the fact that maybe their finances are in disarray, that, you know, what they had in the pipeline in the past has not paid off, and now things are very concerning. That could also be why they're not messaging at the moment, because they are overwhelmed by what's going on but they don't want to talk about, they don't want to admit that. Tell me more. See, the thing is, the Two of Cups came out. Underneath the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands, the Emperor, and the Three of Pentacles. I think this person doesn't want... They feel about you the Six of Pentacles energy if they want to match you where you're at and be on the same level as you. So it's like if they were to be honest about what they're going through right now, which looks like things have hit the fan effectively, that in the future they wouldn't be able to present themselves to you as an emperor because you wouldn't believe them. It's like they want to save face. They want to be able to have a chance with you again in the future. Or it could be that they want other people to believe when they're ready to have a new beginning with whoever, that they're an emperor. So they are trying to keep it all hidden. The fact that work, money, stability is a mess for this person in their situation right now. It's like if the truth was found out about them, that they might lose friends or a social circle or some group that they're a part of might disown them if they found out that they're not really doing that well. I don't know if there's... it's very much like trying to keep up with the Joneses, or Maybe there's a group that they try and show off to or kind of match with their, you know, their financial abilities. But so they're trying to keep that hidden. They might actually be lying about what they do for work. Either that or how much, you know, it's paying off for them. They might be... let me just get an oracle on that. We have the cleanse in reverse, which would say detox, ridding negativity, but it's in reverse. Why the cleanse in reverse for this person's situation? We've got tent in reverse. Well, wow, party animal, drugs, alcohol, surface pleasures. With the cleanse in reverse, wow. So the cleanse saying the word detox. This person is not detoxing, they are retoxing. They are toxing to the max, effectively, with a lot of substance abuse or overindulgence. Anything else? Well, we've got the lust card, which says greed and inconsiderate. And at the bottom of the deck is SOS. Distress, act with urgency, assistant needed. I mean, lust, it doesn't have to literally be sexual, but it's definitely, it's overindulgence. As I said, it's greed. It's like more. I don't know if that is why this person's also getting into arguments with friends and family, or having issues with their workplace or with their housemates or with whatever. This person is also spending time with people who encourage these bad habits, but they in some way are like linked to them with how they're getting their money. This person could be involved in some dodgy stuff, as in underworld, the dark belly of city life, or this kind of thing. I'm getting kind of like something to do with drugs potentially, or there's some backhanded deals going on about how this person is getting their money, but it's also they are self-destructing is what I'm getting in their situation. Lord. Okay, what are their intentions towards you, Capricorn? We have the Knight of Cups. So this would be an intention, would be to pursue a romantic relationship with you. To express their affection for you, to charm you. Why the Knight of Cups as their intention? Page of Wands comes out and the Eight of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. The Sun. Wow, they want relief. Their intention is to say something that just lifts their weight that they're feeling on potentially on their heart about how things happened with the two of you. Yeah, the Emperor. Yeah, I mean, that is strong divine masculine energy with both the Sun and the Emperor. So their intention is to really, I mean, it's just a little bit, it feels unrealistic from where they are in their current situation to what their intention is to step up and be this Emperor, when I was just talking about how the fact that they're hiding exactly what it is that they're doing to get their money, because when they're ready to kind of have a new beginning, they want the other person to still believe that they could be an Emperor, and they didn't get there through some very dodgy dealings. Tell me more, please. Long-term intentions. But they also... I got the Two of Swords that came out, crossing the Knight of Cups. Then the Three of Cups comes out. Their intention is also to not be rushed to make a decision about who they want to be with until they're ready to make that decision. Because there's an element here of, you know, there might be multiple people that they spend time with or have fostered some sort of relationship with. And their intention with the Emperor as well is to message when they're ready, you know, to express the love for the person that they want when they're ready to decide who that is, and not for anyone else to kind of dictate which direction to go in. Strong fire energy. Wow. Okay. Strong fire energy, I was going to say, because the Temperance card came out. So I literally have Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. All three major arcanas come out. And then as I was saying that, the Eight of Wands, the Lovers, and Judgment came out together, and they came out on top of the High Priestess for what is going to be happening between the two of you going forward, Capricorn. As I was just saying, they're going to message when they've made their decision, and they're going to pursue this when they're ready, when they've decided who they want to be with, basically. And I don't just mean like they're thinking about between you and someone else right now, but it's almost like someone who's going, when the time comes that I want to decide to be with someone, that's when I'll message. And just if I decide it's Capricorn. This could be someone who's like, I don't know if that's going to be tomorrow, I don't know if it's going to be in 2 years, 5 years, but at some point, when it's my decision, it's my time to decide, I'll decide, and then I'll make my, you know, affections known. But not beforehand, basically, when it feels right for them. And that does make sense with the next position, which is the action they're most likely going to take towards you next, Capricorn. It's the Nine of Cups. It's a very what their action next is to think of themselves and to make themselves happy, and whatever makes them feel good in the moment, that's what they're going to do, and that's what they're prioritizing as their action. This is someone who's very all about self-satisfying. And they're not going to do anything for the sake of someone else's feelings. Their action is to think about numero uno. Nine of Cups, I mean, I don't have any of these base cards in the reverse in this deck this time, but it can also talk about indulgence of pleasures, substances. It can be overindulgence for sure. Tell me more about the action they're going to take towards Capricorn next. So the Lovers card just came out and fell on top of the Seven of Swords, crossing it like that. What does that mean? I'm kind of, yeah, okay. I was about to say I'm kind of getting that their action is to maybe have all these worldly pleasures and act as if they're having a great time, and they've got everything that they wanted, whilst also hiding with that deception of the Seven of Swords, the kind of their feelings for you. And then the next card that came out was the Moon. This person is like, there definitely is two sides of them, and I feel like there's a side that they show to most people, and there's so much that they keep hidden, and they're not past the point of just being private, but more they don't want other people to know how they feel, or that they have feelings, or that they are affected by what happened between the two of you. They also don't want people to know the truth about what they get up to kind of, yeah, to pay the bills, I suppose you could say. But it's not just paying the bills, though, because there's plenty of honest ways to do that. But it's like having more than just paying the bills. Yeah. Three of Pentacles in reverse. That's it. I mean, it's not a collaborative energy. It's not trying to work as a team. It's certainly not compromise. This is almost giving me a little, it's just all about this person. It's their show. It's all about what they want. Two of Pentacles in reverse. So they can't, manage whatever is going on in one element of their life and kind of marry it, if you like, with sorting something out with you. Like, they can't deal with both. They can't multitask. They can't, apparently this person can't think about someone else's feelings whilst also thinking about their own. It's kind of what it's giving me. Tell me more. Eight of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles came out on top of it. This is also giving me, I have to say, that they are working to potentially pay off some sort of debt, or they're working to pay off a situation which has some sort of hold over them. And yeah, because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. Underneath that is the Ace of Wands. Until they pay that off, they can't leave, is kind of what I'm getting as well. What is that? It's like there was a situation with someone financing them, and it meant that they had everything that they could want at their fingertips, or they had enough money to be able to buy whatever they wanted or whatever, but that came at some sort of cost. I don't know if they got themselves into debt, or someone else, like a family member, cleared their debt for them. Maybe they had some sort of... This feels like... I don't know, also if they were in trouble for embezzling money, stealing money from a company or something, and there might have been a family member that got them out of it by paying off whatever they owed. But basically they can't, yeah. Just stop shuffling and the devil's at the bottom of the deck. They can't leave that situation behind and move on to have a new beginning until they've they don't owe someone something anymore. It's like maybe they made a deal with someone in the past, whether it was paying off their debt or just kind of they made a deal which was for them to have success in the future. Well, that's what they were sold, like, you'll get success in the future from this. And now they're in someone's pocket and they are trying to find a way to get out of that before they do anything else. So what's going to be... But yeah, as in terms of action towards you, Capricorn... The apology card comes out immediately. Forgiveness, return, sorry... But silence on top of it. Oh, and one day. It's still telling me, Capricorn, that they are... Wow, I just split the deck, and trapped is there. Stuck, tied down, and captive. I don't know if also, you know, when I was talking about someone is holding on to them, like, as in they're still in somebody else's pocket. It could be a previous romantic partner, because this is basically telling me this person... is trapped and is going to just focus on making themselves happy, and what would make them happy is to finish paying off what they owe and be done with that situation so that they can have a new chapter of their life. And they are very regretful and they are very sorry towards you, but they're not... The action in the near future is still to remain silent. It's basically saying that one day they want to apologize to you for real. I mean, interesting. I mean, that might be why with the intentions I was getting that there was something to do with a third party, or I just thought maybe they hadn't yet made a decision on who they wanted to be with. But it's kind of like, I think it was more that they're going to communicate and their intention is to do that, but I said when it's the right time for them, but I think that's also when there isn't some other third party still in the picture in some way. So what's going to be happening between the two of you going forward, most likely, Capricorn? We have the High Priestess, which is talking about... There might be basically a lot unspoken going on between the two of you in the near future. The High Priestess is a very quiet, silent energy, but it can also be a psychic energy, a telepathic communication, so that it might talk about signs, synchronicities, you know, telling you that the two of you are still linked. But in terms of action. It's not an action orientated card. So let's see. Yeah. Let me use this one actually. Tell me about what's going to be happening for Capricorn and this person going forward, please. We have the Page of Swords with the Death card. This is, yeah, I was just talking about that kind of telepathic communication. You see how there is a truth here that is not directly in your face known, but you know that it's almost like an intuitive Page of Swords. It's like there is a truth that things are either changing, or that there is a knowing that something is coming to an end and then a new way of being is coming in. Or something has ended, but it's not, you don't know it like, you know, bulletin news being posted through your door. It's not like literally in your face, the information, but it's almost like knowing it without knowing it, if that makes sense. What is this? Was this person like genuinely giving to you and another situation? Because if that is the case, and that's what I was talking about, like they still feel like they have to pay that other situation off in some way first, then what's going to be happening is you might get some sort of telepathic message, Capricorn, or a message in a dream or a sign or something like that, where you know that the other situation this person was involved in has ended. Five of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. I've seen it a couple of times, so I've just been shuffling. And underneath that is the Three of Cups and the Queen of Wands. There's a third party influence here for sure, but it's like it wasn't being spoken about up in an upfront way. So why is the Death card here, please? Four of Swords. As I said, it doesn't seem like there's going to be communication between the two of you in the near future, Capricorn. Obviously, it could change the next time we take a reading. But for now, there is this foggy silence. But you're going to feel a shift, like that something has changed in the air, even if you don't have a reason, a solid reason to be like, this is what changed. It's like you're going to feel some sort of shift. We have the Nine of Swords. And when that came out, the Empress is at the bottom of the deck and the Three of Swords. Someone here is very stressed that they broke the heart of an Empress. But that's how I was saying that this person viewed you, as they had... The energy I was getting with how they were viewing you is that they like kicked a puppy, and I adore animals, so it's just, that's what, you know, it's a phrase, it's a saying, no one should ever be kicking any animal. But that it's just like you're such an innocent, open-hearted, kind soul with that Empress energy, very warm, nurturing towards this person, and they kind of metaphorically kicked you in the gut. So there's going to be a lot of stress, I would say, on their side. But it's, again, the Nine of Swords and Four of Swords. That's both, it's like thinking day and night with that combination, but nothing's actually being spoken. It could also be with the Page of Swords and Death. It's it could be talking about the other person realizing that it's serious, like it's really over with you, and that is going to be all they can think about. Strength and Justice, Leo and Libra energy. It's going to be a need to kind of pull on your strongest resolve here, Capricorn, to kind of get through the quiet time that's coming when it comes to this connection, because it's about knowing that you need to stick to that resolve because it's what's right and what's fair for you to do so. That's what I'm getting. It's like it might be difficult to stick to these boundaries about this person which they have stepped on, especially when you're not hearing from them and you don't know for sure what's going on their side. Three of Cups just came out. Why the Three of Cups? Two of Swords. The Emperor with the Five of Pentacles. Probably this other person trying to ignore this and instead give all their attention to like spending time with their friends. There could be friends who are advising this person not to speak to you, to ignore you, or vice versa, obviously. But there is also potentially another person coming in for you, Capricorn. I have the King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, and the Ten of Pentacles that all came out together. And the Ace of Cups is at the bottom of the deck when that happened. Honestly, I think if that is the case, if the person who's been coming through in this reading, Capricorn, finds out that you are someone else is making a move towards you, that might be when you hear from them as well, because they're still trying to ignore you and focus on their friends or maybe whatever they've got going on their side. I feel like a catalyst to hearing from them could be them finding out that you might have another option other than them. Because it's almost like they're being blinded in terms of advice by friends as well about this. They might be being told or, gassed up by their friends not to speak to you, keep playing the long game of not speaking to Capricorn or something like this. So that's what I've got for you this time, Capricorn. I do hope that it was useful for someone out there. Thank you so much for watching. Please do hit the thumbs up button for me, subscribe, and leave a comment if you'd like to. I'd love to hear from you. I wish you all my best. Bye.